The time is 6 o'clock on Oluyole 98.5 FM, Ibadan.
The news.
Good evening. This is Tabitha Komolafe. Reading with me is
Adetoke Oluyole.
Bringing you Newscope, our daily news program of in-depth report, interviews and commentaries. First, the highlights. President Tinubu appeals to Nigerian healthcare professionals in diaspora to return home.
Senator Ali Ndume denies links with terrorism.
Akwa Ibom police investigate alleged suicide by Church General Overseer.
160,000 evacuated as wildfires ravage regions in France, Spain.
Now the details. President Bola Tinubu has called on Nigerian medical doctors and other healthcare professionals in the diaspora to return home to lend their expertise to the ongoing transformation of the nation's healthcare sector. President Tinubu made the call when he received a delegation of Nigerian diaspora medical associations worldwide and the chief executive officer of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Abike Dabiri Irewa. The visit was part of the 2026 National Diaspora Day celebration at the State House, Abuja. The president acknowledged that Nigeria needs the knowledge, innovation, experience, and patriotism of its highly skilled professionals abroad to build a resilient and excellent healthcare system for all citizens. Insisting there is no place like home, the president recounted his experiences with multinationals overseas and how he eventually came to Nigeria to contribute his quota to nation building. He reaffirmed that his government is implementing far-reaching reforms to strengthen primary health care, expand access to quality medical services, and encourage greater collaboration with Nigerian professionals in the diaspora.
The House of Representatives has moved to establish the Federal College of Fisheries Technology and Marine Engineering at Ungo in the Andoni local government area of Rivers State. This followed the presentation of a committee report recommending the passage of a bill to create the specialized institution. The proposed legislation seeks to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act 2004 to provide the legal framework for the establishment of the college. Presenting the report, Chairman of the House Committee on Ocean and Fisheries, Honorable Akarachi Etinosa Amadi, said the bill is aimed at strengthening Nigeria's blue economy. He said the college would offer specialized education and technical training in fisheries technology, aquaculture, and marine engineering. Recall that the House had on May 7, 2025, concluded debate on the general principles of the bill before referring it to the committee for further legislative action.
The growing desperation to make money at all costs has been identified as a major factor following the proliferation of fake universities across Nigeria. An education measurement and evaluation scholar, Professor Adams Onuka, made the observation on the BCOS Current Affairs News Magazine program Saturday Special. The topic of discussion was exhibiting illegal admissions and fake universities. Fidora Folagbe monitored the program and compiled this report.
The National University Commission (NUC) recently identified 58 illegal universities operating across Nigeria, thereby heightening concerns over fake admissions and the activities of unapproved tertiary institutions. The development spurred a renewed call for stricter regulation and enforcement to protect prospective students and preserve the integrity of the nation's higher education system. Speaking on BCOS Saturday Special, education measurement and evaluation scholar Professor Adams Onuka said the proliferation of fake universities became more pronounced after the licensing of private universities in Nigeria. He maintained that there should be no excuse for operating an illegal institution, noting that the NUC has a well-defined registration and approval process which genuine promoters must follow.
When you talk about fake universities, by the time we started approving private university in leaps. You are sure that there are people who will also fake. Because it's not only in the case of a tertiary institution that you have fake. Everything, you have heard that a whole agency is fake. That if you have a whole agency of federal government being alleged to be fake, then you can understand why you can have fake universities where you have approval being given to many universities, and it's, well, I think the people who gain admission because of desperation, they did not do due diligence.
Professor Onuka explained that accreditation is a continuous process, adding that newly established universities are expected to begin accreditation of their programs from their second year of operation. He noted that lecturers and education stakeholders can easily identify suspicious institutions when your accreditation process takes place after several academic sessions. The education expert advocated stiff legal sanctions, including arrest and imprisonment, for operators of fake universities, warning that the menace would persist without effective punishment.
So it is, you are having the human capacity, you are having technology capacity, you are having infrastructural capacity. If you don't have all this, they are not going to waive it. I know that for sure. They want to ensure. And again, in the next 2 years, they are coming back for accreditation. So, and if you have, fake those things, will you fake them again? Because these are some of the things. It is every 2 years. Once they approve you, they will leave you for 2 years. By the time your students are in the second year, they want to see what you have done, what you are going to do before they accredit. That is why they have partial, interim, and full accreditation.
Professor Onuka advised students who discover they have gained admission into fake universities not to lose hope, but to begin afresh through legitimate institutions. He also urged prospective students and parents to verify the accreditation status of universities with the National Universities Commission before seeking admission to avoid falling victims to fraudulent institutions. Fidora Afolagwe, BCOS News.
Senator Ali Ndume, who represents Borno South Senatorial District, has dismissed allegations linking him to ransom payments and negotiations with kidnappers. He insisted that he had never received ransom money or played any role in talks between kidnappers and the government. Senator Ndume made the clarification on the popular program heard by a private television station, where he responded to claims made by the president of Borno South Youth Alliance, Samalia Kaigama. The lawmaker was accused of being involved in the 5 billion naira ransom negotiation for the release of abducted residents of Ugoshe in Borno State. Senator Ndume said he had never seen 1 billion naira cash in his lifetime, not to talk of 5 billion naira. The lawmaker maintained that his only involvement was notifying security agencies after Mr. Kaigama informed him about a video allegedly released by Boko Haram ISWAP demanding a 5 billion naira ransom.
In the meantime, the Nigeria Police Force has clarified remarks by the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, on the use of firearms by police officers. The force stated that the IGP did not issue a shoot-on-sight order against people carrying illegal arms. Several media outlets had reported on Friday that IGP Disu, at a stakeholders meeting in Makurdi, Benue State, ordered police officers to shoot on sight anyone found carrying illegal firearms. However, in a clarification issued today, the force said the IGP was actually referring to Force Order 237, which governs the legal and operational conditions for the use of firearms by police officers. The IGP was said to have noted that officers have been briefed on Force Order 237 and they know when it is appropriate to deploy their weapons in line with established rules of engagement. The force further clarified that the IGP only warned that no one should move around freely carrying illegal arms as if there is no law and order in the country.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. Operatives of Akwa Ibom State Police Command have commenced investigations into the circumstances surrounding the death of the founder and general overseer of Power in the Word of God for World Ministries, Oron Pastor Etetim Udo. Pastor Udo allegedly committed suicide. A statement issued today in Uyo by the command's public relations officer, DSP Difon John, said the command received a distress call on Thursday, July 23rd, that Pastor Udo had allegedly taken his own life. According to the statement, operatives immediately mobilized to the scene, where preliminary observations revealed that the deceased was found suspended with a twisted mosquito net rope. The statement added that although preliminary findings point to a suspected case of suicide, the command stressed that the investigation would determine the exact circumstances surrounding the cleric's death and rule out other possibilities.
For many families, pets are more than just animals. They are loyal companions that offer comfort, security, and emotional support. As pet ownership increases in Nigeria, experts have also been emphasizing the merit of keeping these adorable animals. Oluyole Akintola compiled this special report on the responsibilities of pet ownership.
Across many homes in Nigeria, dogs, cats, birds, and other domestic animals are increasingly becoming part of family lives. While some people keep pets for security, others value them for companionship, recreations, and even income generation. Speaking with BCOS News, veterinary doctor Dr. John Famoyi described pets as an animal that is cared for, loved, and regarded as a member of the family. He noted that although dogs and cats remain the most common pets in Nigeria, other animals such as rabbits, bears, and some exotic species are also kept by enthusiasts. Dr. Famoyi explained that before acquiring a pet, prospective owners should first determine the purpose for keeping one, as this will guide them in choosing the most suitable animal.
When you pick a pet, it will give you security, it will give you companionship, it could serve as a work dog for you, it could also serve as a means of making money for you. You as a person must define what you want, what type of pet you want to keep, and why you're keeping it.
The veterinary expert also said pet ownership contributes significantly to the upbringing of responsible children. According to him, children who participate in caring for pets often develop empathy, compassion, and a strong sense of responsibility, qualities that positively influence their relationship with others as they grow.
One of the good things about keeping the pet in the house, essentially, it's a good tool for raising children. But the child that can take care of a pet will definitely take care of the human beings around him. If it's a man, he's going to grow up to be a lovely husband. If it's a woman, he's going to be one of the best wives the world could produce.
Speaking on the responsibility of pet ownership, Dr. Famoyi stressed that owners must see themselves as caregivers committed to meeting the welfare needs of their animals. He advised that every pet should be provided with suitable accommodation, whether a kennel for dog, a cage for rabbits, and appropriate enclosures for other animals. He also emphasized the importance of proper feeding, regular veterinary care, vaccinations, hygiene, and adequate attention to ensure pets remain healthy and safe.
Each category of animal has its own vaccine program, and you have to be able to follow it religiously to keep it healthy. But the vaccine is supposed to prevent the problem. Remember, the dog or the cat or the tortoise or the parrot never asks you to come and pick him. It's you that decide you want to pick it. So please be well prepared before you pick up a pet.
Experts say keeping pets can enrich lives, strengthen family bonds, and promote responsible behavior. However, they note that these benefits can only be realized when pet owners are committed to providing proper care and meeting their animals' welfare needs. They therefore advise prospective pet owners to seek professional guidance before acquiring a pet and to ensure they are fully prepared for the long-term responsibility that comes with responsible pet ownership. Oluyole Akintola, BCOS News.
Now to sports news. Super Falcons forward Esther Okoronkwo has accused cleaning staff at a Morocco hotel of stealing cash from players' rooms. The team camped at the hotel ahead of the Women's African Cup of Nations. Esther Okoronkwo made the allegations in a series of Snapchat posts on Friday, detailing how the alleged thefts were discovered and how hotel management responded. In the post, Esther said the money went missing while the players were out of their rooms and the cleaners were in to tidy up. She said $700 was taken from her belongings. The Super Falcons camped at the hotel in Casablanca as part of preparations for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations before the squad's scheduled departure for Rabat, venue of the Group C matches on Friday. We now go over to our sports studio for more sports news update with Oluyole Ogunmola.
Good evening and welcome to the sports segment. I am Oluyole Ogunmola. Starting from the local scene, El Kanemi Warriors have unveiled King Emmanuel as their new technical advisor. The unveiling ceremony took place at the Colonel Abdulmumuni Aminu camp, Maiduguri, on Friday. Emmanuel takes over from Kabiru Dogo, who left the role at the end of last season. Dogo, who guided the Borno Army to win the 2026 President Federation Cup, has linked up with Niger Tornadoes. El Kanemi Warriors were relegated from the Nigeria Premier Football League last season. Emmanuel has been tasked with ensuring the club's immediate return to the top flight. The Maiduguri club will also compete in the CAF Confederations Cup next season. Defending champion Super Falcons of Nigeria arrived Rabat on Friday for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Justin Madugu's side set up camp in Casablanca for the tournament last week Monday. The players and the officials will be officially received by the Confederation of African Football CAF and the local organizing committee. The Super Falcons defeated the Twiga Stars of Tanzania 2-1 in a friendly encounter during the week. The Super Falcons will begin their title defense against the Scorchers of Malawi at the Al Madina Stadium, Rabat, next week, Tuesday. To the foreign scene, AC Milan legend Andrea Pirlo is set to become the head coach of Italy's national football team. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Italian Federation approached Pirlo on Friday over the head coach role for the next 4 years. Pirlo is now clear favorite to take over and become the new Italy head coach. This comes after both Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti turned down approaches from the Italian Federation over the vacant coaching job. Recall that Gennaro Gattuso left his role as Italy head coach in April by mutual agreement after failing to qualify the team for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Germany on Friday appointed Jurgen Klopp as its new head coach of the national football team. Jurgen Klopp signed a contract that runs until the 2030 World Cup after leaving Liverpool in 2024. The 59-year-old won 6 trophies as Liverpool manager at Anfield in 9 years. Jurgen Klopp replaced Julian Nagelsmann in the role after his German side were knocked out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup at the round of 32 stage against Paraguay on penalties. He had reached an agreement to take over the national team on Saturday, 11th July, following talks in New York. And that's sports. Thanks for watching.
On the foreign scene, the lengthy absence of Cameroon's long-serving president, Paul Biya, has reignited debate about government inaction in a country where many crave change. Mr. Biya has been in Switzerland since early June. As of today, it will be 48 days since the 93-year-old Cameroonian leader, who has been in power for more than 40 years and is the world's oldest head of state, left Cameroon. An official statement said he left the country for a short private stay in Europe with his wife, Chantal Biya. The president, who has made frequent trips to Geneva over the years, has faced waves of speculation and rumors regarding his health, which at times have been denied by the government. Responding to articles in the press, Communications Minister René Emmanuel Sadi issued a statement on June 18th, denying that Biya had been hospitalized in a Geneva clinic.
France and Spain evacuated more than 160,000 people as out-of-control forest fires raged today near Madrid and Bordeaux. The The French army has been drafted into the fight against the worst wildfire the country has ever seen. The smell of burning reached central Madrid early today as Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez was set to visit the zone. Major fires have been burning for 2 or 3 days, with many hundreds of firefighters battling around the clock to the point of exhaustion. Both countries have asked the European Union for help. French President Emmanuel Macron ordered the military to join efforts to douse the inferno, which hit residents and holiday makers alike at the peak of France's vacation season.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. President Bola Tinubu has called on Nigerian medical doctors and other healthcare professionals in diaspora to return home to lend their expertise to the ongoing transformation of the nation's healthcare sector.
Senator Ali Ndeme, who represents Borno South Senatorial District, has dismissed allegations linking him to ransom payments and negotiations with kidnappers.
Operatives of Akwa Ibom State Police Command have commenced investigations into the circumstances surrounding the death of the founder and general overseer of Power in the Word of God for the World Ministries, Oron, Pastor Etetim Udo, who allegedly committed suicide.
France and Spain evacuated more than 160,000 people as out-of-control forest fires reached today near Madrid and Bordeaux.
If you see something suspicious, alert the authorities immediately for timely response. Be vigilant. And that's all from the Newscope desk for now, which was packaged by Tola Teriba and delivered by
Tabitha Komolafe.
And I am Adetoke Olaleye. Thank you for listening, and do not forget to tune in for the Yoruba version at 8 p.m.
Oluyole FM 98.5. Abroad, na so wahala, you wahala.